Hey, welcome back to the Own Your Power Lifestyle Show. I'm Coach Simone Kelly, author, intuitive life coach, and Reiki master with Own Your Power Communications. We're a trusted guide to conscious living, intuitive wisdom, and personal growth. In today's show, we have a really good topic, and I have an amazing guest. We're talking about inside the AI revolution, what every business needs to know. And my special guest today is Alicia Lyttle, aka the Queen of AI.
Thank you. Thank you, Simone. I'm
Yes.
excited to be here today.
Yes. Oh, let me add that you're the founder and CEO of AI
Okay.
Innovision, Innovision, affectionately known as the Queen of AI. I actually met you, I don't know if you remember, couple years back at
Yeah, TSP. I
TSP.
love
Okay.
TSP.
Yeah, you did a great presentation, and it was
Thank you.
you were ahead of the curve because now they done took over.
Thank you. Yeah, yeah.
And I can't escape seeing you. I see you on my you're in my algorithm somehow. I don't know what it is, but I see you on my Instagram every day. So,
Good.
first and foremost, tell us, how would you define AI in your own words, and how did you get started with it?
Yeah, sure. So AI, the easy definition of it is just computers or the tools that we're using that can do things that we thought only humans could do. So, be an assist, book a plane ticket, write a book, create cartoons, that sort of stuff. I got started with it because back in 2017, I spoke at an event for Walmart. It was like their internal event. It was called Walmart Tech Live. And at that event, the speaker in front of me, his name is Tanmay Bashki. He was 15 at the time, and he was talking about IBM Watson, which was IBM's AI tool, or it is their AI tool. And he talked about just the things that it could do. And my mind was blown. And I was like, what are you talking about? And that's when I started paying attention. And then shortly after that, I couldn't use IBM Watson. It was just too complicated for me. The user interface, I ran away. But then there were other tools that came out like Jasper and Writer, and I started using those tools. And then ChatGPT came along, and I dumped all the tools and went all in on with ChatGPT.
Gotcha. Okay. And then, what did you do prior to this before you became the AI queen? What was your business?
Yeah, so I've been an entrepreneur. This is my 26 years an entrepreneur.
Woo!
Yay! Yeah. And I was a digital marketer and content creator. So I was teaching people I was creating content and courses myself and
Okay.
teaching other people how to do that. So I was always in marketing, some sort of digital marketing, teaching people how to make money online, get their business
Okay.
set up online, different ideas of how to do that.
So same worlds in a way, somewhat. Um,
Yeah. Now, AI is integrated into that world by being the tool that helps us to be better marketers, better content creators, that sort of stuff.
exactly. And I took one of your classes you had. I was blown away. I learned so much. So with
Thank
that
you.
said, how are people using AI as a personal assistant and or like a life coach? Can you give
Yeah.
examples?
Yeah. I mean, let's do the life coach first. You can simply go to whatever AI tool that you have. A lot of people have ChatGPT. So let's say you go to ChatGPT and just say, act as my life coach with 25 years of experience. And you have helped some of the most famous people in the world to achieve great success through your life coaching. And then you ask it, my name is Alicia Lyttle. This is what I do. And I need you to be my life coach. But then you end with this sentence: what information do you need from me or to know about me to be the most effective life coach for me? Ask me clarifying questions. Boom. It'll ask you like 15 questions. You answer all those questions. I usually press the dictate button on ChatGPT and then speak out the answers to the
Yeah.
questions. And then once I do that, I start to see that all the questions get answered, and then it will do what I ask it to do in a much more personalized way than if we're just doing uh, be my life coach. Like,
Right.
how
Right.
can I be your life coach if I don't know much about you?
Yeah. You have
And
to
it won't
dig
say
deep.
that. It won't say that. So you have to say, ask me questions, ChatGPT, so you can be the best life coach.
Right. And I have a little joke. One of my dear friends I've known since I was like 17, she used it for asking like life coach questions. She said, "Oh, Simone, it told me the same things you told me." I said, "Oh, you rather listen to the computer than listen to me, huh?" Right? I was like, "Ain't that something?" But
And that's something.
uh, one of the things I love using it for, I use the voice version too, and I have the name that I use is Spruce. He sounds like a sexy black man. So
I know. I
it's
call Spruce Tyrone, by the way, just so you know.
well, I
Simone,
named
I
him
call.
Riley. I don't know why I gave him a white boy name, but it's the joke of, like, or any of my friends that don't know anything about AI, I'll say, "Hey, say hi to my friend Alicia," and he'll be like, "Hey, how you doing, Alicia? Nice to meet you." And they go, "Oh my god, he's kinda cute," and he flirts back. He'll be like, "Thank you, that's so charming. I'm trying to be a little charmed today," and it just blows my mind how it has a personality.
It has a personality.
Creepy.
You just said it.
Yeah.
It has a personality.
It's
Yeah.
creepy. But here, let me ask. This is actually my next question. I just thought about it. I realized I wrote it already. It is, what are some potential risks of people that rely on AI for emotional support or personal decisions? Especially, like, I know a lot of my friends' children that are like teenagers. They'll vent to the AI, and if it's not programmed properly, it'll just be like a yes man, and that's
Right.
what they'll tell you to do. So, give me some.
So parents who are giving their kids access to ChatGPT need to go into ChatGPT, click on settings, and then click on parental controls and put some parameters around how ChatGPT can behave with their kids. So most people don't know that that feature is even in there. So it's go to your settings, click on parental controls, and then set up those parameters and manage it that way. So parents do need to pay attention to how their kids are using AI and have conversations with their kids about it and tell them what happened to other kids that's good and that's bad. Don't just talk about the bad, talk about the good too. Talk about my niece who is able to pass her exams because she's using ChatGPT as a home tutor. Talk about my friend's daughter who is learning a new language every day with ChatGPT using it as her language tutor. And then also talk about the bad, what's happened to kids who use ChatGPT in a bad way and bad things have happened. So let your kids know everything that you can. And if you don't know enough, then go research it. Ask perplexity.ai to help you research the different things that kids have experienced in using AI tools, good and bad, and it will give it to you. And then for us as adults, I mean, did you see the lady in Japan who married her AI?
I was gonna say the
And
man. I know a man had a girlfriend, and the wife was just sitting in the back, like, yeah, he talks to her every day. I don't know about somebody getting married though.
yeah, she streamed it on social media. So, but she married her phone basically. She married her
Oh,
phone
oh,
and
she
her
fine.
phone was at the wedding. So, I do think that I think there has to be education around it and then, definitely mental health education around it. But some people sometimes need an AI companion and are perfectly fine with knowing this is AI and they're talking to it every day. My neighbor 2 houses down, and she's old, she lost her husband, her kids are grown in a way, but they visit her all the time, and she does have a home health care person, but she was out one day, uh, in the neighborhood. I took her home and we sat down and I showed her how to use AI just as someone to talk to because she really just needed someone to talk to, and that someone that day was me. But, I was like, "Hey, if you ever need something else, here's how you can use AI," and she was just blown away, right? So, I think there are different use cases for us of how
Right.
we can use AI and how, you know, our our kids can use AI, how our parents can use AI, and how we use it. So, in my relationship, myself and my boyfriend, we use AI as a relationship coach. So, one
Really?
of the things, yeah, that he wanted to do, which was very grown up of him, I was shocked, but he was like, we both been in relationships that didn't end well. So, let's do relationship coaching while things are great. So I was like, okay, I don't even know what that looks like. So we asked ChatGPT, and then ChatGPT just gives us questions. It's like, if you're going to bed at night, but there are dishes in the sink, how do you feel about that? Who's going to do the dishes? Or do neither of you care? Like, what is your stance on the dishes in the sink at the end of the day? Right. And so I was like, okay, these are kind of good questions.
Almost
We
like the
use
date night games in the sense.
Right, it's like a date
Yeah.
night game, but we actually hired a relationship coach, and he was not good compared to ChatGPT. So I was like, "See you later." ChatGPT, you know, quote unquote acted like it was more engaged with us. It acted like
Okay.
it cared more and listened more than the human did in this case, right?
Right.
That's not always the case, but for
Right.
us. And then and the guy was also like, "You guys have no problems. Like, I only do relationship coaching for people with problems. This is weird. I've been doing it for 20 years. I never get somebody who's
That just
perfectly
want coaching.
happy.
Right, right.
Right,
That's a
right.
good
But, we come from the coaching and personal development industry,
right.
so we're like, "Let's do some personal development on a relationship." But ChatGPT is now our personal development relationship date night
Uh,
coach.
so we have a lot of people in Own Your Power family who are entrepreneurs, and I know there's a few people that use AI like Google, and I'm like, no, there's more to it than that. What tips could you give them, especially like how to fix the settings so that it's not just a yes man and
Right, right.
really cater it to you? Like, can you give
Yeah,
people a
yeah.
couple of tips on that?
Yeah. So first of all, think about ChatGPT as your if you're an entrepreneur, as your business coach, as your strategist, as your competitive advantage.
Yes,
And then you start to think about it different. So ask ChatGPT questions that are more conversational too. So you'd be like, act as my business strategist, 25 years of experience and getting businesses from 0 to $2 million in 12 months. And, ask me questions about my business and then format a plan for me around getting me to the same space. And now ChatGPT takes on that role. It's like, takes on that role and then asks you questions. And now it's a business strategist. And you're like, all right, now that you told me what to do for the next 12 months, tell me what to do this month. Okay, now today is day one. Tell me what to do today. And it's like, here's what you do today, then report back and say, today is day number two. Here's what I did yesterday. What do I do today?
yeah,
And so using it that way gives you an advantage and leverage. And this tool is trained on so much data. It has so much knowledge. It can help you, but then the responsibility is on the person using it to
right.
execute it and to
To
continue to
execute.
use it.
Exactly. I
Okay.
have, a VA, and it helps me delegate things to her, and he even knows
That's right.
her name. He'll be like, "Oh, Simone, you know you got ADHD. You don't gotta do everything. You can" I've actually trained it because I have ADHD. So I'm like, "Yeah, talk to me, make sure I do everything, space it out. I don't
Right.
tackle."
Right.
But it'll literally say, "Give that to Venus. You don't have to do that." So it's
You don't have to do that. Yeah,
mindful.
that's right.
Um,
And then the second part of your question is if you go into ChatGPT and click on personalization, there are different ways that ChatGPT can talk to you. So mine is set on candid, but you can have ChatGPT talk to you in all sorts of different ways. So pick the way that you want it to talk to you, and you can go between the different ways. Do you want it to be quirky, candid, warm, like the different ways and personalization? So pay attention to that. And then it even will ask you, like, how do you want ChatGPT to respond and talk? I put my style and tone in there. Like,
yeah,
this is how I talk, and I want you to talk exactly like me. And then I also put in there my bio at the very bottom. It's like, what should ChatGPT know about you? What are your hobbies? Put your best bio in there. And
okay.
now it talks to you like a professional. Like it knows you better as a professional, so it can talk to you and work with you even better.
I love that. So now here's a hard one that I'm struggling with. I keep hearing about these AI data centers, how they impact local communities. I know that Elon Musk has some gigantic center that he's building or something. I don't know if it's already done or not, but what should we know about these things as far as like using AI? How does it affect?
Yeah. So the more AI we use, the more data centers we need right now, and the data centers are taking a huge suck on the power grids. And so people are definitely concerned about that, and they consume a larger amount of water to cool the data centers, all the servers and everything that are in the data centers. And then communities are upset because the data centers don't necessarily provide a lot of jobs for the big
Oh,
warehouse style building that it is, even though if you look at LinkedIn Jobs on the Rise report for 2026, data center technicians are in the top job. So it's really a high in demand job, but that job necessarily doesn't necessarily come from someone in the community that they're building the center in.
okay.
Now, those years that they're building the center, you do see lots of construction. So lots of workers are needed from the local community, and some of the restaurants, benefit from it. But communities don't think that there's a big enough benefit for the impact. They're worried that the price of the electricity could go up in their area, the water prices could go up. So there are definitely some concerns around those data centers. And especially for people who are skeptics of AI, they have even bigger concerns. But a lot of the data centers, they should be built far away from communities, build them far away from communities on lots of land somewhere else. But, it also depends because they want to tap into the workers in cities for those data centers as well. So,
So there's no real alternative for us to.
not yet. We'll see where it goes.
Alright, yeah, because I even have a friend that's like, "I'm not using ChatGPT, I'm only gonna use Claude, or I'm only gonna use this," and then I realized even Google, you can't even avoid it, like, you go to Google and
Right,
it
you can't.
pulls up AI, and, everything that we use has AI, it's kinda, like, frustrating, but yeah, so that's my only downside about AI, but another thing that I wanna be clear on, for instance, I have a friend who works at in a legal office and for our entertainment company, and they're forcing them to use AI, and a lot of them are, like, rebelling, like, "We're not using it because you're trying to duplicate me so that you can get rid of me." So, you know, have you heard anything about that as far as like it
Yeah.
taking people's jobs?
Yeah. So, not giving into it and telling your boss, I'm not going to do it because I don't want you to duplicate me with AI is not necessarily going to solve the problem, right? So, you need to look at how in your job you can use AI for you to become more effective and efficient in your role that you have right now. Become a superhuman and be able to do your job so much better. So, don't think of it as I'm not going to do my job with AI, but think about it like I'm going to learn how to use AI, outwork everybody else, and become so much more valuable because I know how to master AI. There's a famous saying that people say, and it's like, it's not that AI is going to take all of our jobs, but the people that know how to use AI and are using AI will take the jobs of those who aren't. So I always encourage people, you need to learn how to use AI. And if you have a role that you think will be replaced by AI, you better learn how to be the most magnificent AI user right now so that you can be the person that's doing AI training, or you can get another job that might even be better for you and more high paying because if you look at LinkedIn's jobs on the rise report for 2026, the roles are in the top 5, right?
Wow.
But 4 out of 5 are AI jobs. So you look at the top 5, 4 out of 5 are AI jobs. The
Wow.
only one that's not an AI job in the top 5 is number 3. And number 3 is like a new home specialist. It's the person that helps you get your new home and get the construction going. So like new construction. So
Right.
I'm like, that person is to
They
help all the
probably using
AI
AI too.
people.
They're probably using AI, and that's another thing. One last thing I wanted to mention that I love about AI is how you can redesign your house by taking a
Mhm.
picture or like if you have clutter or you want to organize something, it'll literally clean it up.
Totally.
And that blew me away. I was like, this is insane.
And then I was like, "Okay, now I need the robot that can actually make my bed." But, like, I went into my guest room and took a picture and said, "I need this guest room to look like a 10-star hotel's guest room," and redesign it for me. It redesigned it. I said, "Redesign it and give me the links to buy everything
That
on websites like Amazon or
yeah.
World Market." Boom, redesign, link, 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 order, 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 done.
Yeah, that's what
That's
blew
how to
me away because
deliver it.
I'm in, Costa Rica now, and my kitchen is so awkward the way it's shaped, and I needed space, so it actually sent me pictures of different, things to hold put my dishes that go above and sent me links, and I was like, this is crazy," but I love it.
Can I just say I'm a little bit jealous that you're in nice, warm Costa Rica right now.
I know you have a lot of courses and different things. What can you direct my people to, where you can help them learn more about AI and how to use the power of AI? What do you work?
Yeah, I have these AI business summits every month. So it's just aibusinesssummit.com and it's absolutely free. I do sell the recordings if you want them for VIP, but I'm really on a mission right now to demystify AI and to train as many people as possible and to take them from fear to feeling fantastic with AI. Like, oh, look at how I have improved my life with AI.
Right, right.
So there's so many times in life that I wish I was an early adapter to something and I wasn't, like Bitcoin. So now I'm like, I am going to be an early adapter on AI and I'm going to take as many people with me as possible. The guy that told me about Bitcoin early on and I didn't take action, he was trying to give me, the best knowledge and a heads up early on and I didn't do it. And
Quick.
so, yeah. Yeah, I
Yeah.
wish I would have. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you being here. Alicia, thank you so much. I know you got a busy schedule. You're on your AI tour.
Thank you.
So how can people reach you? Say the website one more time.
Yeah, so just go to aibusinesssummit.com, aibusinesssummit.com, and you can find me there. Also follow me like on Instagram. I'm really excited about teaching people how to use AI. So I have a lot of how-tos on Instagram, and you can just find me there by my name, Alicia Little, Lyttle. So find me on Instagram. Go to my website as well for my summit, aibusinesssummit.com, and I'll see you there.
All right. Thanks for being here. Until next
Okay, thank you.
part two. All right.
All
Bye.
right, bye for now.
My mornings are so much better when I start with Rise. It's packed with mushroom-powered benefits that help me focus, boost my energy, and support my immunity without the crash or jitters. As someone with the ADHD brain, this steady focus is what I need. It's everything. Start your day with Rise.